All right, guys, we're back, and this one looks very familiar. And what do we call this one? We call this the musculoskeletal, right? What do we say about it? Looks like somebody's standing there, right? With their arms in and their legs out like that, okay? The legs out at the sides, and having to do with their bones and their muscles. Wow. There is lots in this. I mean, there's levels of this that will help you with the NCLEX. Oh my goodness, and help you on tests in school. Holy smokes. Anyway, so musculoskeletal. And now, remember, what do we say? Start with that like most important thing. We start talking about muscles and bones, right? What's the main thing to talk about in terms of electrolytes with your bones? Calcium, of course. Where does that go? Right there. Let's start this thing off. Calcium. Okay? And across from that's going to be magnesium. All right? That's where magnesium goes. And then we're going to learn later about the one that opposes those guys. It goes down here. And that is phosphorus. All right? Now, so since stories help to make this stuff stick, let's go with it. So, let's see. What do we say here? Calcium? All right. And calcium is beneficial to your bones. So here we go. Well, as I'm making this video, the 4th of July just passed. And let's say you're with your family and one of your little cousins. Think of a little cousin, just one of them. All right, let me help you out. Damon. Don't ask me where that came from. Anyway, your little cousin Damon, right? He's out there playing ball with the rest of the kids. And he slips and falls, breaks his arm. And he breaks his arm, bones sticking out through the skin. Oh God, right? Bones sticking out through the skin. And what number are you gonna call? There's a bone sticking out, right? Emergency, 911, which happens to be the range for calcium. All right, calcium, 911. Okay, and now, when it comes to this, we get another visit from our number 5 there in several places. So 5 makes the tail on each one of these. All you have to remember with this one is 1.5 to 2.5 and the 2.5 to 4.5. But now, here's the thing. As you're trying to remember these numbers, let me add another layer to help you remember these. Okay? First thing is this. Notice that this number 2.5 is repeated. So 2.5 is the top range for magnesium, and it is the lower parameter or range of the range for phosphorus. Okay? Now, when we start talking about magnesium, magnesium itself, the word, sounds like starts with mag, like magnify. Okay? So, 1.5 to 2.5, what's that? The smaller range that needs to be what? Magnified. Magnesium, 1.5 to 2.5. Then we pick up from 2.5 and come down here to phosphorus, right? 2.5 to 4.5. But wait for it, because we just called that, what is that called again? Phosphorus. And then, okay, so you're taking a test and you're wondering to yourself, oh my goodness, wait. I know one of them is 1.5 to 2.5. And one of them is 2.5 to 4.5. But which one is it, right? So we got the one that needs to be magnified, the smaller of the range. Then we've got what? Let's spell it out up here. So phos, what? For us. Phosphorus. 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 But wait a minute. phosphor S, 4.5. Turn this S into a 5. Phosphor S, right? 2.5 to phosphorus. Right. Okay. Now, let's slow it down a little bit. Get ourselves together here, gather our thoughts. Take it to your test for school. Okay? So here's what I wanted to explain to you now. Is that this in the middle, what I want you to do is think of that as a mirror. Because calcium and magnesium tend to be mirror opposites of each other. And one of your test questions, for those of you doing anything in the medical sciences, right, or taking the NCLEX, one of your questions is, if you've got a patient who's had too much magnesium, too high a level of mag sulfate especially, in our maternity clients, right, what are we going to give them to reverse that? Calcium. Right. But how do we make that reversal process happen quicker? By giving them calcium mixed with glucose, right? Glucose makes all the cells want to come and grab some sugar molecule. To cells, sugar molecules are donuts, right? And we all want a donut, right? So do the cells in your body. They all want one on their scale of life, right? So yeah, they'll all come and grab some sugar, and while they're grabbing some sugar, what are they going to do? Wind up helping to circulate that calcium throughout your body and help to defeat that magnesium, right? Yeah, help to reverse that magnesium level. But let's do it this way too. So we'll do magnesium on this hand, and we'll do calcium on this hand. Pretty weird to try to write with my left hand. But anyway, so here we go, right? That's those two hands. And what I want you to notice about those hands, right, is that they're what? They're mirror opposites of each other. Right? If you lay them right on top of each other, they look exactly opposite of each other. And that's what's going on with those two. So, if the client's magnesium level is too high, what can you give them to fix it? Calcium gluconate. Yeah, give them some calcium, right? And if we need to knock down the calcium level, we give a person magnesium. By the way, to a degree, a natural calcium channel blocker, sort of, so to speak, is magnesium. Magnesium helps to lower our blood pressure. Why? Because it has this effect, just like some of our medications, right? And what does it do? Help to knock down that calcium level, and when that happens, your blood pressure drops, because your muscles use calcium to contract. So if we can lower that number down using magnesium as a supplement, then we watch our patient's blood pressure drop. Yeah. Okay? So now, let's give you another example too. And this one will surprise you, right? So, after a long week of working, stressed, muscles tight, you decide, I'm about to take a bath. Take a warm bath with Epsom salt in there. And you get in there and you relax. There you go. Man. Steam and Epsom salt. And you're extra relaxed. Why are you so relaxed? You're so relaxed because there's no Epsom in Epsom salt. Epsom salt's actually made out of mag sulfate. I know. When you hear that, like, what? Yeah. Okay. Check out the ingredients. It's mag sulfate. And what's so wild about it is, the mag sulfate is actually soaking through your skin, and it's still got this effect on your body, right? Soaking through your skin. So imagine you're a patient and you have that on an IV, right? you can get to the point that you're too what? Too relaxed. And if we aren't careful, our patient can relax to the point where they stop breathing. But what's one of the things that we should be checking on a regular basis to make sure that that doesn't happen? Right. DTRs, deep tendon reflexes. We should be checking the patient's deep tendon reflexes, because once those go, we are in quite a deal of toxicity, and our patient could start to have difficulty breathing. So they'll be relaxed to the point that their diaphragm gives out and need to be bagged, okay, to get that air inside of them. So there we go. Now, let's also talk a little bit about phosphorus, which sodas tend to have a whole lot of phosphorus in it. And some people don't know, as they're trying to build their bone health up, right? It's hard to do when you're drinking a lot of sodas. And what do we see here in the power of this diagram? The phosphorus does what to calcium? It opposes calcium. So it helps to lower your calcium level, right? So that thing that you're fighting to achieve, your bone strength, you're actually undoing it as you drink lots of sodas and things that are high in phosphorus. So it's one of those things to be mindful of. So that, ladies and gentlemen, sums up your musculoskeletal fishbone.